gosh, I just don't know what I should open today. Maybe the refrigerator will give me some tips. Leftovers. Salad. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, fridge.
What's cracking, YouTube? Jobber here, and I have before you a classic treat. This is the second set of Yu-Gi-Oh! To ever be released, Metal Raiders. So this came out in 2002. We have a first edition Portuguese booster box. A first edition English booster box of this set is it's something crazy around like $3,000. So this was a little bit more reasonable. Has the same exact cards in it. I am super pumped about popping this thing open. Hopefully we get some amazing pulls in today's video. And if you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe, bell, and turn on all notifications. Also follow me on Instagram. There'll be a link in the description down below. Check that out. And this video reaches 800 likes, I will be giving away a booster box of the most recent set, and I'll announce the winner in the comments of the next video. So stay tuned for that. All right, so without any further ado, I am super pumped about popping this thing open. Let's get cracking. All right, so I am super excited about this. I got the thing propped up here with a dice because that right there has a light and it makes this orb right there. So I figured it'd look nicer to start the video like that. But what a beautiful looking booster box. Actually, one of you messaged me on Instagram and said there was a pretty decent priced booster box on eBay, and I recognized the username. I messaged him on Instagram, worked out a deal, and here it is. Here is the booster box, the Metal Raiders Portuguese first edition booster box, 2002 Yu-Gi-Oh set. Second set of Yu-Gi-Oh to ever be released into the card game. So pretty crazy stuff. And, you know, it's Metal Raiders, so we got some pretty cool cards here. MRD, so got like Solemn Judgment and Mirror Force. Those are two of the big iconic cards that I personally really like a lot. I'm going to keep this booster box just like that. I think that's just really cool. Okay. Well, here we are, guys. There it is. Metal Raiders First Edition Booster Pack number 1. Let's see what we get. All right. Was this guy's name Big Eye as well? When Big Eye, the Exceed was super expensive, they would show this. That's pretty funny. Oh my gosh, wow, Magic Jammer, our first booster pack, ultra rare MRD Magic Jammer. If you don't know what this card does, if your opponent activates a spell card, actually I don't know if you can negate your own card. It might just be whenever a spell card is activated, you can activate this card by discarding one card from your hand as cost, and then negate and destroy that card. Really, really cool card, wow. That is awesome. We'll do a little shout out here to our KMC Hypermat sleeves, since they are so kind to donate sleeves to the channel for occasions like this. Definitely going to be getting sleeved up. We'll probably end up sleeving up all the foils from here, because I mean, honestly, how often do you get a chance to see something like this? That is really cool. It is beautiful. It's like perfect too. Gosh, that is awesome. Right on. And let's not forget to check out the last part of our cards here. Very cool. All right, on to booster pack number 2. Off to a strong start. First booster pack, we ended up pulling an ultra rare out of it. Oh my gosh, that is nuts. And yes, forgive me, I am going to be opening these booster packs very carefully and gingerly, because these cards are still very old and to me very precious. We got a little Chimera cat there, very cool. Love seeing the classic cards. They were introducing in this just automatically into the second set. They're releasing more effect monsters and more effects in general into the card game. They started things off very slow and easy. I mean, you had spell cards in like LOB that were more iconic. I guess they would stand out to me would be like Dark Hole and Raigeki, and those are just really simple effects. And you got MRD. I think that Change of Heart in here too, and they started releasing some really powerful cards in here. I mean, Magic Jammers are a very powerful card, and then you have Mirror Force in here as well. And there's just I think Change of Heart is an MRD card. If I might be mistaken. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that right now. But yeah, there's just some really powerful cards in here, and they started introducing more and more effects as the sets rolled out, which is a very smart play on Konami's end, because if you started off a set as advanced as the sets are now, oh my gosh, what a daunting thing. You're reading these book-long texts, and I mean, even now for me, I'll be reading some of the cards. I mean, one of the cards that confused me, oh nice, the Elefante super rare, first edition. One of the cards that came out that I was even confused by was Inspector Border. I mean, once you like simplify it in your brain, it's actually a really simple effect, but it was just like, at first, when I was reading it multiple times, I got a little bit confused, but I was like, oh, okay. And you put it down, you're like, wait, is it? I pick it up again. So it's pretty funny. All right, yeah, let's put the foils over here to the side. Our beautiful commons here. Our beautiful Portuguese commons. Come on, pack. Release our beautiful cards. So we are 2 foils so far. Obviously, there are some other very, very beautiful cards in here. Oh, nice. Witch of the Black Forest rare. Very cool. Witch of the Black Forest is a really interesting one. One of the ones I always make a joke about. They're like, I just don't understand why we don't get Witch back. And I was like, do you want to deal with somebody distributing off Witch of the Black Forest for Caius and off Witch's effect, searching Caius? That was always pretty funny. Ryza for Ryza. Back in the day, that was brutal. Always have to draw the same card over and over again. The Phoenix Wing Blast and everything. Oh, nice Cannon Soldier in here. Very cool card. That card was actually seen play not even that long ago. Was it maybe a year or two ago? They had an FTK with it. And we have our JrbJobber. This card is just to declare an attack. You have to flip a coin, and if you, I don't believe you have to call it. I believe it's just heads. The attack goes through like normal, but tails, you lose half your life points. It's pretty terrifying. And yes, I ended up playing that card because it has 2200 attack, and back in the day, that was huge. And I was already playing Mask of Darkness to get my Solemn Judgment back and everything, so I'm like, you know what? If you're paying all your life points away to stop everything, why not have a 2200 attack, normal summonable monster? And that was pretty scary, because not always did you have to attack. Just be able to, like, put a monster out there that your opponent just couldn't beat over immediately. And also put a little bit of fear on them. Like, if they didn't open with something like a recruiting card, or Magician of Faith, things like that, where it would replace itself, they wouldn't want to just summon a monster. They don't kind of want to summon just like Gemini Elf or a Breaker if you don't have any back row. So, I mean, that was just putting a little bit of pressure. And that's how it was back in the day. It was just all about tempo. This guy right there, I think he gains like 400 attack for every light monster on the field. Pretty cool. Oh man, this pack has quite a few normal monsters in it, I can see. Oh nice, the Thunder Twin Dragon, I believe, is our fusion here. Very beautiful card. Yeah, I felt pretty blessed to be able to open up a MRD booster box in first edition, and not too bad. I got a pretty decent price on the box. I think I paid $200 for the booster box. I don't know if that's like really outrageous or not, but I mean, how often do you get a chance to be able to open up an MRD booster box? So I'm happy. I was happy with the price. I'm happy to be able to do this opening for all of you and myself, obviously. It's you know, I love opening booster packs. Man, these last couple of packs, the cards have been upside down right set up. It's really odd. There's our rare. We got the Butcher here. That guy's terrifying, looking like a pirate. Pirate chef. Soul Release. Banish up to... I think it's just 5 cards. I don't think it has to be monsters. Maybe it is monsters. I think it's just 5. 5 cards. Got Dark Elf here. Pay 1,000 life points just to be able to attack with it. Another card that I tried out. Another one of those nice little tempo cards back in the day. 'Cause that's how the game was basically just based, like I was saying. Just a lot of tempo. The person that had the tempo of the match would win the match in most cases. Oh, sick. Black Skull Dragon. We ended up pulling the cover card off the booster box. Wow, that is incredible. How awesome is that? Oh, that's so cool. Dang. That is epic. What an incredible pull. Pulling the cover card for such an old set. 2002, we're in 2020. It's an 18-year-old booster box. I actually don't know when they released. Maybe these released afterwards, but I mean, it's an 18-year-old set. This is an incredible card to pull. Wow. That is amazing. Probably the pull of all pulls you could get from here, really pulling the cover card of something like this. Oh my gosh. And we're 4 foils deep so far. That is incredible. Be able to get that many so already so early on. That's awesome. Wow, how cool. It's been a great box. Okay. Moving on to our second half of our booster box here. And let's see if we can continue this incredible luck that we're having in here. Gosh, that is awesome. I'm going to Saga the Dark Clown there. First time I saw him, the shield and sword. First time I saw Saga the Dark Clown was in the old series. I want to say it was Kaiba vs. Pegasus. I think that's when he used it. He used a Crush Card Virus combo with Saga the Dark Clown. I think it was against Pegasus, and that one was the first time, I think. Pretty cool. We have our soul release here. The Larva Moth. The Robin Goblin. Whenever you deal damage to your opponent's life points by like damage, you attack over a monster or something with a monster, you get to randomly discard 1 card from your opponent's hand. So kind of a funny story about that. I was playing in a regional way back in the day, and it was shortly after Dark World was released, and I built Dark World. Like, I was probably the only person in the room playing Dark World, honestly. And I want to say it was like first or second round. He went. Yeah, I think he went first, and then it went over to me, and I didn't draw very well. I think I set like 1 bluff, or maybe 2 bluffs, and a morphine jar. He nobled across. He like end phase Dust Tornado, sets a card, draws for his turn. Mystical Space Typhoon's my other card. Nobled across out's my morphine jar. Flips over Spirit Reaper, attacks and says this is game. Activates Robin Goblin in the response to his attack, and then discards a Golden Silva from my hand. So, Silva, if it's discarded by your opponent's card effect, you get to shuffle 2 random cards from their hand back into their deck, and Gold is discarded by your opponent's card effect. You can destroy up to 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field. And then to top this all off, they both get special summoned onto the field. So my only response is when he targeted both those cards in my hand, I'm like, you're right, this is game. So he lost everything. I left him with... I think he summoned a monster at that point, too. He lost his monster. He lost both of his monsters, so he had a Robin Goblin. That was it. That literally was the game. He ended up losing. It's pretty brutal. That's always like such an advantage, even nowadays. If you're playing in an event and you're playing a deck that's either just brand new or something that people just don't see very often, it really throws people off guard. It throws me off guard, too. I mean, that's why I always try to get prepared for all the decks, because when you play against something you just never played against it before, I mean, you could just overlook the most simplest things to just stop their whole play. But if you don't know, it's just like, okay, what do I want to impermanence here, this, for instance. Mask of Darkness here, very cool card. It's a flip effect. When it is flip, you get to add 1 trap card from your graveyard and add it to your hand. That was the card I was doing. I would combo that with Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is a spirit monster, 1100 attack, 1400 defense. You summon it, flip 1 face-up monster on the field face down. So I'd combo that with Mask of Darkness. So if both you and your opponent are getting low on cards, and you have them in almost like a top deck position, you'll be able to keep flipping the Mask of Darkness and then adding Solemn Judgment back, and then just attack them with the Tsukiyomi, and then set Solemn Judgment, and basically you stop anything. Nice, and we're getting another one of our foils here, which is Tribute to the Doom. This card was actually getting quite a bit of play back in the day. It's a very simple effect. You just discard 1 card from your hand, and destroy 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. I think it might be just 1 card on one monster on the field in general, but maybe it's just on your opponent's side. But yeah, it was just cool. You can be able to get rid of a face down if you needed to, push for damage or game. Really cool super rare, actually. Okay, and moving forward. The Rapid Horseman. Nope. Skipped over to the rare here. I think this guy's effect was when it would deal damage, direct damage, or just damage in general. You get to draw one card from your deck, so that's pretty cool. Not too bad of an effect, if I do say so myself. That's why Aeronite Parashaft was such a popular card. Well, that and the ability that had Piercing. Aeronite is a single tribute monster, 1900 attack, and it has Piercing. If you don't know what Piercing is, if it's... Oh, nice! Cottagen! Super rare first edition. Wow, that is awesome. Gosh, I love the Gate Guardian card. I love Gate Guardian in general. I think it was cool when they were like introduced now. It's like YuGiOh saying it's like related to Exodia. So cool. But yeah, so Aeronite has Piercing. In case you don't know what Piercing is, so if you have a monster in defense position, and we'll say that defense is 1,000, and Aeronite was to attack it while it's in defense position, you would take the difference, so it's 900 over the top of your 1,000 defense. You take 900 points of damage to your life, and then you get to draw one card from the Aeronite's effect. So that's pretty cool. And it was very popular because of scapegoats. If your opponent wasn't able to like utilize their scapegoats with like a metamorphosis or a creature swap or something, and they were just stuck with scapegoats in the field, and you're hitting them for 1900 every single turn, and you just keep accumulating cards. Like I was just saying a moment ago, it was all tempo based. That was very, very scary. And in most cases, you're losing that game. If you're getting your scapegoats attacked over and you're taking 1900 and your opponent's accumulating more cards, it's pretty bad. You're in a bad spot. Oops. And oh, nice, Magician of Faith. Another one of those cards, it's kind of cool that we pull Muscular Archers and then Magician of Faith in here. So Magician of Faith is a flip effect, and then you would add one spell card from your graveyard to your hand. It was a much more popular choice. Lights were a lot less abundant back in the day, so having good light targets for like Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Emperor, Dragon, and Chaos Sorcerer were very, very key. And and spell cards just in general were always more powerful. Be able to add like Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo, Confiscation, Raigeki, Dark Hole, etc., from your graveyard to your hand. So very, very cool card. Moki Moki. Very nice. Alright, what do we have here? We have is it our last booster pack already? Oh my gosh. It is our last booster pack, everyone. Here we go. Let's check this out. Let's see what we got Sangay. Cool. Sangay's a nice little recruiter monster. So no secret rare in here, but we ended up getting the Black Skull Dragon, and I mean, you really can't have any complaints. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hollows. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. We got 2 ultra rares, and we got 4 super rares in here. Really, really amazing pulls out of this booster box, honestly. I mean, I have 0 complaints about this. That is absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was great. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Please remember to always give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. And also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, bell, and follow me on Instagram. Nice, easy way for you guys to get in contact with me, to be able to say hi, and help me find cool, old school sealed product like this so I can open it for you guys. Again, thanks for all the love and support, and Jobber here is signing out.